Hello there. Um, Me and some friends have been playing a mod pack called Fire in the Pipe 2 for a while, and I wanted to a week or two, and I wanted to give a walk through the base. So first of all, we take a look at the world map. Spawn is up here, right around here, and our first base, we made it over here. But then, in order to find tin and better access to ores, we moved down here to our current base. We actually moved our primary base. Oh, what a surprise. And you can see a bunch of the waypoints of ore veins. Note that this is the GregTech mixed vein generation. One vein generates every 3 chunks. We'll go back and look at that later. But we have right here is our boat dock. The mobs in this mod pack are very tough. So, again, on the map, we have our base fully walled off. Protect us from the mobs. And because mobs can't swim down, we have a water drop coming in. And then we have our P1 floor. We got storage, magic storage, mob drops, basic building blocks using the very weird better storage mod, storage crates. You'll notice that it is randomizing the view every time I open it. Yeah, that's interesting. We got some drawers for common blocks. Got some assorted wood products. Building blocks. Doesn't belong in there. Miscellaneous items, you know, as you do. Farm material and seeds. And then, yeah, empty, unassigned chest. What's back here? Oh, beef. I'm pretty sure Atlantisspy was wanting some beef for his Thaumcraft stuff earlier. Here's a chest. I can just dump the beef in. I'm not entirely familiar with all the Thaumcraft stuff. Victus and Famus. Right, that is for the rejuvenation thing. Got a bunch of crystal brains. Oh, right, and he has a lot of crystal clusters here for the research table. Because, let's take a look at the recipe for the thermometer in this mod pack. That looks a little expensive, yeah. So we had to kill a wither and get a bunch of lenses and chrome. Lenses take the lathe with a 3% chance in sifter. Yep, so because we couldn't use the thermometer for a long time, he used a bunch of crystal clusters to get research points. And the bookshelves and stuff. Yeah. I don't remember if there's anything else above here. Okay, the Alembic. Got his gold chocobo. Oh, this must be the infusion altar. Yep, it's the infusion altar. Oh, you have a lot of player heads. That's me. The chocobo pens. Yeah. Lots of chocobo breeding happened. Cauldron's looking good. Oh no, Chocobo. Get back in there. Go. And this is sheep pen. All black sheep. Because we need black carpet to jacket tin wires. Break that pair of shears. And then there's some cows. And a bunch of buffer area to protect us from like getting shot by mobs while we're in the sheep pen. Moving along outside, I know that I started off with the B1, but probably finish outside. We got the stylistic pollution air hole for the blast furnace, for the bronze blast furnace. Let's just patch that up. And that looks fine. And then I will hop in through to that. This is a recent addition to the base. We get healed with Thaumcraft because we spawn with only 5 hearts in this mod pack. It's fun. Small cactus farm over there. And of course, reed farm. So over here we have the tree farm. In this mod pack, oak trees grow really, really big. They're big. Got a lumber axe. Actually, head over and show you chopping one. I hit right here because the logs sink into the ground by 1 tile, and then I aim up and lumber axe the tree. Pick up all the logs. And then one of the other interesting parts of this mod pack is encumbrance. If you look in the top right corner right now, you will see that I am now slightly encumbered from having all these logs in my inventory. So I now move slower, and it costs a lot more hunger to sprint and just move around in general. If you note the gray hatcheting on my hunger bar right here, it's going up a lot faster right now. And that's counting up the time until one of the haunches is gone. I can come down here and pop the wood into the barrel. And then with that wood, why do we need a tree farm? We need a tree farm to run the charcoal pile igniter. The normal recipe for cooking wood into charcoal is disabled here. Got the pyrolyze oven, yeah, but that's not very... And you can mix sugar and sulfuric acid. No. So instead we got the charcoal pile igniter. And I'm not sure if I need to explain the way it works. Basically we fill up this entire cube with logs, close, and then enclose it all with dirt, and then it automatically turns on and starts burning and stuff into charcoal. I will go back and pick that up later. 500. Okay, storage. Yeah, magic mob drops, Wood products, building blocks. Food. Seeds and saplings. That's a lot of saplings. And crystals. Assorted crystals. We actually found a diamond vein, so this is not all of our diamonds. Just haven't bothered to cook them all. Fireworks. The quest book. I haven't looked in this for a long time. Oh, we've apparently accomplished one of the medium challenges. Egg boost. I'm not going to claim. Yeah, the thermometer. Unlocked Great 10 chance cube. Okay. Craft 100 chance cube. Oh, witchery, Britannia. Thing. Oh, forestry, multi-block farm. Okay. Okay. I should buy. Oh. Electric and thaumium. We are all on a quest book theme. Well, I'll take a look at this later. Yeah, we have a charcoal pile igniter, just didn't detect it properly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So prompted by the quests here. Yeah, we do have tinkers with a smeltery. We got the tool forge right here. That was quite an effort to acquire. Yep, parts. Smeltery, we got some cobalt sitting in there. Because we find cobalt naturally in the world right now. With GregTech. Oh, the blast furnaces are not running because they are full up on output. Let me just take care of that real quick right here. Okay, and we have a small furnace wall that let us get started. Small chest for ligniting coal ore. Whenever we need proper torches, craft them out of coal instead of charcoal, because the recipe is harder. And then down here we have our ore wall and our smelting setup. Atlantisspy is, I believe, justifiably proud of the smelting setup. We use 2 chest carts with a detector from Railcraft down there that fires off the timer hidden back here. Fires off the timer if there are items in the cart, and then the cart runs along, drops stuff in all the hoppers, and goes back around, and then this one does the fuel. And then you can smelt a lot of items at once, such as this 64 tin ingots. Random stuff. This chest contains the other lumber axe. So we got, like, the number of ores here doesn't really matter. We have we have more graphite ore than we know what to do with, and 178 diamond left. Yes, there are 2 drawers full of graphite ore. Just gonna go over these. That's a lot of clay. Nice, we got more bauxite. And then assorted other ores in here. Emerald, quartzite, calcite. Cobalt. We have a single brewing stand, yay! Sorted building blocks. And then we have the machine shop. we still have some of our steam machines, the macerator, forge hammer, compressor, and alloy smelter run off this coal boiler, high pressure coal boiler, and this coal boiler along with that one both drive this basic steam turbine, which go into this low voltage battery buffer and power all these basic machines over 4x10 cable. Very recently, I will head down to the wiring cabinet because there is now a low voltage transformer right there with a copper cable. Quick note, in this mod pack, tin cable is low voltage and copper cable is medium voltage. Blast furnace, we'll get to that later. Copper cable is running over here to power generation, outputting 2 amps at 128 volts. What is this power generation? It's a bunch of high pressure lava boilers feeding their steam into 4 steam turbines each. 210 cable into a low voltage transformer, pushing it up to MV and going out the ceiling. That sound you will hear is all the boilers overflowing on steam. And we got an Everburn urn powered by a single ore node right here. Yeah. So the single Everburn urn, or the single ore node provides enough lava through the Everburn urn to power all 20 of these lava boilers. And then if I go back into the wiring cabinet, it goes up here and into the MV portion of the machine shop. Also, no, that's not actually Dinnerbone. There's an O in the name. Yeah, it's a little bit bare right now because we're just getting started in the medium voltage era, but we got this crafting station full of tools, lots of mortars, some engines being made here. We got rubber, we got sticky resin, ruby rods, got a centrifuge running on tin, ore washing running on tin, wire mill running on copper, the assembling machine and the fluid extractor, and the lathe, which people like way too much. Real world. And then this is our ores organization. Whenever you come out from mining and you have a bunch of impure dusts from random small ores, you toss them in this chest. And then the tiny and small dusts from ore processing go in here. Ingots and nuggets that you've overproduced and don't quite need right now go in here. And then clean dusts go in here. Okay, extra ores. Okay, and then if we head down to B3F, we got a hallway that leads nowhere. We have several ladders up and down through the various floors. So the first floor is the sandstone and marble floor. The second one with the machine shop is the granite floor. See, there's a bunch of granite everywhere. And every floor has a wiring cabinet in case we need to run wires or pipes around. On this floor we didn't. but on the marble floor we do. And the wiring cabinet is how we take this copper cable for the MV machines, bring it down to a 1x copper cable, and run it underneath to this battery buffer right here. Is how these batteries are staying powered without the coal boilers running. And so if I come down here, just going down, over, and up into a transformer. Step up. And then, last thing that I've been doing a lot, we have a Railcraft steam boiler right here. Now this is a 3x3 firebox, fed water from an Everfull urn. It's maxed out on temperature, it's making a lot of steam. And that steam is going over these pipes, this network of pipes, into 5 steam turbines to run the electric blast furnace multi-block from GregTech. That's concerning. Why are those batteries empty? $46, $47, $48. Definitely running down. This one's running up. These steam turbines seem healthy. And, you know, the blast furnace isn't complaining about lack of power. So I guess it's probably fine. I didn't need to stop it. Yep, produced an item just fine. Okay. Yeah, so we are just now, this is actually the first time that this blast furnace is running full on. Earlier we had a high pressure boiler tank here, and if I remember the calculations correctly, it would take something like a double chest of charcoal for it to warm up properly. A double chest in like 3 hours. Speaking of, how is the buffer doing now? We got 5, 10, got about 12 stacks in there. And none in there. That's interesting. It's still consuming charcoal at the normal rate, so it's fully heated. I'm not sure that I like that. Might want to hurry up connecting the blast furnace in with the other power channel. Yeah, so on this floor, right, so I should mention, I've been trying to design the layouts of the floors as we go. Also, right down here we have our nether portal, where we went and picked up a bunch of lava. Obsidian in there, extra bed with some chests for when we were still scared of going in the nether. Right, so the design of the floors. Sandstone floor is kind of a single room design around the central staircase was added later, but we essentially designed it around this water drop plus the blast furnace, initially there was only one bronze-plated blast furnace right here, and the wall just ended right. See, this is kind of patched in. And it was designed around bronze-plated blast furnace and smeltery, and that kind of set the size of the room and like ladder, door. There was an extra chest right here, I believe, and then just tinker's tools, and then furnace wall, and then smeltery. Was the initial how we came up with the size of this. If we go one layer down, now remember, this floor is 4 high, and I believe the first thing I placed down here was I dug down from the furnace wall because we were running out of room in this chest for our ores. It is now, you'll notice that it is now the floor themed materials chest. That used to store our ores. We were running out of space for our ores in there. And so dug down and started placing these storage drawers for the ores. So 4 high was pretty natural. And then we also dug over and like, you know, we were up to we're able to produce steel at this point. And bronze very slowly in the Tinker's smeltery. So we can get our machine shop started. Yeah. And 4 high is pretty natural for a machine shop. But again, so let's examine the Y levels here. So we have E1F, 4 high, and then we have 1 block of floor right here. And then we have 1 block extra, very important, 2 blocks wiring cabinet, and then 1 block shared between the floor of the wiring cabinet and the ceiling of B2F. And then we have 4 Y layers for B2F. We have the floor of B2F. We have, again, 1 quote unused layer, and then 2 to walk around the wiring cabinet in. And then we have 1 layer that is both the floor of the wiring cabinet and the ceiling of B3F. And then it's a 4 high floor. You can see that clearer looking at the actual entrance to the wiring cabinet. You have the floor, extra, 2 blocks for the wiring cabinet, and floor. Walking over to our power generation. So, again, the point of the wiring cabinet is to run wires through the ceiling. And if we take a look here, you can see that, like, yeah, we're running cable out of the transformer, going up. It's very nice for it to only have to punch through a single block. But, you know, if we have a 2 high wiring cabinet, and we as a maintenance person or as a player, we need to walk around in here sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. And which means we need to cross over a cable. And, you know, well, designing, you need to cross over a cable anyways, so you need 2 Y levels. But in order for a player to cross over a cable, well, a player, we need 2 blocks to walk on. So that's what this extra 3rd layer is for. I can just hop over the cable and everything's fine. Yep. And then this is the wiring cabinet exit to the M-beam. Right, and I planned this out using the journey map waypoint. And yeah, like, the pathing in here doesn't exactly make sense, but it doesn't need to make sense. Got the muffler of the blast furnace down there, the electric blast furnace. An everfull urn piping into ore washing plant. Okay. Let's take a brief look at my tinker's tools, I suppose. And then we'll close out here. I've got this Grandmaster flint pickaxe. Oh, it's almost leveled up. Actually, you know, let's go and mine a little. These are the coal mines, right? Let's see what level up I get. Ah, I feel like I could fulfill mighty deeds. It's heroic. Nice. That wasn't an actual bonus, Tinkers, but thank you for telling me that. Yeah, so it's only got 600 durability, but flint is a very cheap repair material. You can get more gravel as you're mining around. And all the modifiers on here are natural level up modifiers. Pretty good. Then I have a cobalt pick for, you'll notice that the mining level on here is only 10. For the tough ores, I got a cobalt pickaxe. Force 2. Or reinforced 4, yeah. Cobalt hammer. That one's fairly new. If I head back to the table, I can show what parts it's made out of. I believe it is a obsidian plate and cobalt plate, a cobalt head, and a manulin tool rod. I stand corrected. I cannot show you what parts this is made out of, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Let's go ahead and repair that. Copper hatchet. I needed something to chop single blocks of wood with. Lots of appetite. Generic stuff. Redstone ore. Right. Sorry. Instead of closing off, you need to go over to spawn and the original base. And I will see you over there. Video editing, isn't it great? Okay, we're here. Yeah, so this base is a lot more of a... It's a mess. Ooh, I didn't check my food before coming up. Yeah, this space was a battle to establish a foothold, any foothold in the world against the devastating natural mob spawns. There are 3 different mods mod pack that enhance the difficulty of mobs, and they kind of all stack on each other or something. Yeah. We have our falling pit for replenishing our food levels. Because we didn't have Thaumcraft. Primary stair. Festival Cobble is the only one that didn't get moved with us. That block doesn't go there. We had chest here, here, and everything stuff. Tinker's tools over here. Project chest set over here. And this is where we crafted all of the seared bricks. I should mention that the grout recipe has been changed. You need 3 sand, 3 gravel, and 2 clay dust with a water bucket. Huh, that's a little odd. What's clay dust take? Takes a mortar and a clay block. Okay, that sounds reasonable. No, a clay block takes 9 clay now. It still drops 4 when you break it, but it requires 9 to craft. And the usage of grout gets you a single seared brick. Yeah. And then yeah, so it's really, really annoying to make grout in this mod pack. In this space, we have a different style of wiring cabinet. The single vertical wire. Which is a useful pattern when you have something like an AE2 cable that needs to run through the entire base. However, we have the more advanced storage here, furnaces here, and then some through stuff and a chest. At our new base, we use the more advanced wiring cabinet pattern instead of the reserved vertical column pattern. Right here, we realized, you know, like, we're digging down into caves, but we don't have enough torches. So how can we prevent mobs from spawning inside of our base? I know, you know, I remember checking the recipe for wood slabs, and that requires a saw, which needs metal, and we don't have any GregTech metal that we can make into a saw right now. Especially we don't have the prerequisites to get all the other parts. So what can we use? Oh, the cobble stairs recipe is unchanged. Let's just blanket our floor in stairs. That was a great decision, especially given that cobblestone slabs are the normal recipe. So we found that out eventually and started using cobble slabs instead. I believe, right, yeah. This column goes down to our original smeltery location. Right, this was a gravel vein. I mined out all of the gravel to repair our tools. Yep. Again, this is Fire in the Pipe 2. Very hard mod pack, updated recently. Oh, there's still a part builder down here. And this is where our original 2x2 smeltery stood. There's still a flint knife blade in there. And you can see that I was kind of like digging out rooms, kind of like the diorite floor at our new base. I'm digging this hallway in the idea that we would have more rooms later. But the deciding factor in moving bases was in fact the smeltery. Because you need to keep the smeltery running with lava. And it actually, if you are carrying a lava bucket on your character, it hurts you periodically. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Entirely dark up there. Yeah, and we drained an entire lava lake running the smeltery. We would bring up the seared tank over here and just quickly bucket the lava in because the seared tank doesn't damage you when you're holding it. But yeah, we recovered the torches on our way out because, as we said, we are not coming back. After all, we've got a bed. We can set our spawn. No need to come back. It's entirely full of cobble. Okay. Oh, right, and the easy fall system. These signs are critical parts of the easy fall system. And we have the bottom of the tower. Okay. I think that's all there is to show of our base. Thank you for watching. And maybe I'll do an update a couple weeks from now on how we're doing. But I need to make a new boat. Get the heck out of here. See you.